Hey everyone, it's Hindash. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I have been wanting to film this for a very long time. This is my all cream tutorial. I've done an all matte, I've done an all glow. Now there is zero powder in this video. If you want to be super technical, there are liquids and not just creams, but we don't want to be super technical. And in theory, this look might look like a very beautiful summery makeup look, but the textures and the way the product is going to sit on top of your skin is going to be perfect for winter and the drier months. And Livia looks so good. On my Instagram, I did a red lip and I used the Lisa Eldridge lipsticks, which are beautiful. I mean, wow. So if you want to see how we created this look, then please keep watching and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye. Alright, so here we have Livia and she is looking so stunning in this all cream look. And as always, I'm going to be starting off with skincare. Now, looking back at this video, I started to wonder, why did I use such little skincare? But then I realized that in my head, because I'm doing an all cream look, I thought, skipping back on some really emollient products would help the look last and look better over time. So starting off by refreshing her face with the Aesop Immediate Moisture Facial Mist and just spraying that all over to kind of wake her up. And then I'm going to be going in with a vitamin C serum, and this is the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Vitamin C Serum. And I'm going to be going with this one because I actually find this pretty hydrating, at least it is for me. So I'm going to be applying that all over the skin and rubbing it in. And of course, if you're going to be wearing this in the daytime and going out, please do wear an SPF after a vitamin C serum or after your entire skincare routine. But because this is just a makeup tutorial, I'm not going to be going in with an SPF. So after that's on the skin, I'm going to be hydrating her lips, and I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty Pro Kisser Luscious Lip Balm and Latte Lips, which is a tinted lip balm, and I'm going to be applying that all over the lips. Kind of going in with a generous layer because I really want this to sit and sink into the lips so that by the time I get to lips, they're nice and hydrated. I want to go in with eyes first, so I'm going to be using a Patchology Flash Patch Eye Gel just to kind of give her that extra boost and make her feel fresh and awake, so that by the time I'm done with eyes, I can just take them off and I'm ready to go. For eyes, I'm going to be starting off with a tinted eyeshadow primer, and I'm taking the NARS Tinted Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base in the shade Dark, which is one of my all-time favorite cream liquid eyeshadow primers. And because I'm going for this really warm, toasted, smoky eye, I'm going to be applying this all over the lid and then blending it out. So I'm basically treating this as an eyeshadow as well. And because I'm using zero powders for this look, I really want something that would have more staying power, so I'm playing around with textures. So what's fun about this is just because it's an all cream look doesn't mean that the creams can't have different finishes. I mean, you have cream to powder, you have dewy creams, you have creams that set and become kind of bulletproof. So I really love this. But this is my most important blending step because this is going to be my base and the foundation for all the eye work. So that's going to be all the way in the background, if that makes sense, and then whatever I put on top, I'm just going to be building. And now that I have a nice blend, I'm going to be going in with my second color. This is the Nude Sticks Magnetic Matte Eye Color in Fig. Please ignore the pencil, I think I sharpened it and then I closed the tip and then it kind of got all messy. But the best way to describe this chocolate is kind of like a chocolate malt color. It's kind of rosy in a kind of slightly, I don't know how to explain it, but you kind of get to see how it's more cooler, maybe pink-based chocolate. And what I'm going to be doing with this is kind of adding more coverage. So I'm going to be applying that on the outer corners and on the inner corners, kind of creating a halo, which is going to be very subtle now. Next, I'm going to be taking the same Nude Sticks pencil, but this time in the shade Chocolate, which is more of a true chocolate. And I'm going to be running that really close to the lash line on the outer corners and blending it and smudging it out. So this is kind of going to be my mid-depth color. And I'm going to be taking that color all the way down underneath the lower lash line as well because I want that really beautiful blown out smoky look. And blend that underneath as well. And what I love about these is that they're very smooth and they're really easy to just, apply and blend, and you're actually meant to use these with your fingers if you want to, but I mean, I love using brushes. Alright, now this is my final kind of depth color. This is the most intense color I'm going to be going in, and it is the NARS Mambo. I mean, no surprise. And I'm going to be using this as liner. So lining that all along the lash line, all throughout the eye. And then I'm going to be creating a wing and smudging it in. And I'm going to repeat this about 2 or 3 times just so I can get that nice diffused edge, because again, we're not using any powders, so I want to create the illusion of a gradient color. So by doing this a couple of times, you kind of get to ensure these beautiful layers that give you more dimension, rather than just putting one application on and then calling it a day. Now for the fun part, I'm going to be going in with metallics and shimmers, and I'm going to be taking the Haus Labs Glam Attack in Chains and Aphrodite. And because I didn't find the perfect color that I wanted, I'm going to be mixing both of them together. So don't be afraid to mix colors to create your custom colors and to create what you kind of really want and what really suits you. And as you can see, I created this beautiful kind of deep champagne color, which I think is kind of one of my go-to colors. This is kind of the same champagne color that I did in my signature look video. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be applying that on the lid where I want the most concentration, and I'm going to be tapping and blending out the edges ever so slightly so we get that diffused, beautiful blend. You can even go in with your fingers after you've done the brush and tap that into place where you want to diffuse the edges. And I'm also taking it on the inner corner because I think that looks really, really pretty when you have that bright inner corner, especially if you're doing a shimmer look. I'm also going to be taking that on the lower lid, almost accentuating the puffy bit on the lower lid on the center, because again, it gives you that doe-eyed look. It looks really pretty, very young, very fresh, and Livia's eyes are beautiful, so I'm going to be playing up her eyes. For mascara, I'm going to be taking the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara and running that through her lashes. Just coating them evenly because I am going to be going in with individual lashes. And I'm also going to be going in with that mascara on the lower lashes as well. For brows, I'm going to be taking the Collection Color Lash Mascara in the shade Clear, and I'm going to be running that through the brows. And I really love this. It really holds them into place. And actually, I don't think I used anything on Livia's brows. I think I just did the clear brow gel. And after I saw how good it looked, I was like, okay, that's it. It just gives her such a fresh look. And here I'm going in with the Ardell Individuals in medium as always. And I'm going to be concentrating the lashes on the outer corner, but also kind of bringing them in, but stopping right at the center, towards the center. And then you have this really beautiful, wispy, fluffy lash effect. Now that we're done with eyes, I'm going to be going back into skin, and I'm going to be taking the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Eye Cream and putting that on her under eyes. And because I didn't use any moisturizer, I'm kind of being a bit generous with this because I do like to take my eye cream down, maybe around the nose, between the brows, anywhere where I feel like she might be dry, and just tap that in. For foundation, I'm going to be going in with the Nude Sticks Tinted Cover Foundation in 7.5, which is such a nice olive tone that matches Livia's skin and her neck and chest, so I'm going to be applying that on my palette. And then taking a brush, I'm going to be working the foundation in and starting from the cheeks and blending it out. And because this is more of a sheer, very beautiful foundation that still has nice coverage, I'm kind of going all over the skin and really buffing and blending that in. And as I'm blending this in, you really see her freckles still shine through, but then her skin tone is becoming more even and very unified. And I'm going to be taking that on the forehead as well and bringing it down the neck. Because you don't want to forget the neck, even if the foundation really matches you, at least whatever is left on the brush, just a bit down the neck. For a bit of color correcting, which is very rare for me, I'm going to be taking the Live Tinted Huestick in Rise, which is a really great formula because it doesn't feel heavy, it's kind of concentrated, and it doesn't feel like you're adding more texture and product underneath. And this shade Rise is such a nice salmon color that really does a great job at neutralizing. And where I'm putting it is only where I see the discoloration and a bit of that darkness. So I don't want to go crazy. I don't want to go in areas where I don't need it. And tap that in with my foundation brush, just to kind of push it into the skin very gently. Because again, you don't want to rub it away. For concealer, I'm going to be going in with the Nude Sticks Nude Fix Concealer in the shade number 7. And I'm going to be applying that right over where I color corrected, and also in areas where I kind of want to brighten and push forward. So it might look like I'm adding a lot, but this concealer is so good and very skin-like that once I blend it, you're going to get to see how it just kind of gives that foundation an extra step And because the foundation is very natural, we get to see her freckles, we're not going to be compromising on any of that, because if any tiny freckles are going to be erased away, I'm going to bring them back. But as you can see, as I'm blending it now with my damp beauty blender, it really does look like skin, and Livia just looks like a perfected version of herself, which is what I wanted. And again, with this concealer, you want to really tap and blend into place. You don't want to kind of push it around, you don't want to erase it, because we did such detailed skin work that looks beautiful. This step is optional, but I'm taking the Mercier Secret Camouflage Concealer in SC5, which is a cream concealer, and it is a very kind of high coverage, dry concealer that needs to be worked into the skin. But one of my holy grails, and I think a lot of people love this concealer, I'm going to be working it in and just adding it in areas where I want that extra coverage. And again, this way we're creating dimension, we're creating beautiful finishes, and it looks seamless. Moving on to cream blush, I'm going to be taking the Nude Sticks Nudies Matte in Nude Peach. And I always talk about these blushes. I mean, I think this is why I'm using a lot of Nude Sticks, because in my head, the cream blush is so amazing that I thought if I'm doing a cream tutorial, I might as well incorporate a lot of their products, because that's kind of their philosophy. And with the blush, I'm taking it with a brush and I'm going to be stippling it onto the skin. I don't want to rub, I don't want to move that beautiful work that I've done underneath. I just want to tap and stipple it on. And I'm doing that on the cheekbones and on the apples of the cheeks as well, because I feel like that works for Livia. And on the nose to give her that beautiful sun-kissed look. I'm going to be taking my Urban Decay Brow Blade Pencil in Brunette Betty, and I'm going to be going back in over her freckles. Now this looks very natural. If you feel like you've gone a bit overboard, you can tap them with your finger and it'll soften them up. But I'm basically going over her freckles that have gotten a bit covered up. And this just really elevates the look and makes it look very supernatural and clean. I want to bring more shadows to Livia's nose, so I'm taking the Fenty Beauty Matchsticks in Mocha and I'm just putting that on the tip of the nose. That's it. And blending that very softly, and as you can see, this kind of really sharpens everything. For highlighter, I'm going to be taking my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter in the shade number 5. And I'm going to be tapping that with my finger over the high points of the face, because I don't want to use any more brushes. I like what I've done so far. I don't want to disrupt anything underneath. And I'm scared that this might take away any of the work that I've done. So I'm tapping it very gently with my fingers on the cheekbones, on the bridge of the nose, the tip, Cupid's bow, and chin. And this is such a soft focused formula. A lot of people are obsessed with this product. I don't use it a lot, so I'm kind of getting back into it. And the finish is just incredible. For lips, I'm going to be going in with the Laura Mercier Hazelnut Tea Lip Liner and basically lining the natural shape of her lips. And I'm going to be filling them in, so kind of treating this as a lipstick under a lipstick base. And then for a more creamy lipstick, I'm going to be taking the Nude Sticks Gel Color Lip and Cheek Balm in Haven. And I'm going to be applying that all over the lip. And this has that really peachy pinky nude look to it. I'm going to blend everything with the lip brush and push that product into the lips. And now I kind of get to see that I want more of that glossy look to match the entire face. And I'm going to be going in with the Nude Sticks Lip Glacé. Is that how you say it? I don't know how to say this product. In nude number 4. And I'm applying that all over the lips, and this just really took it there. I love how this nude lip looked. It's very glossy, it's very glass-like. And of course, I'm going to be setting everything with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray, because we did use cream, so I do want to have that extra layer of security. For the body, I'm going to be going in with the Lift Tinted Hueglow Dusk very lightly, and this gave her such a pretty glow. I'm definitely going to be using this more in my kit. It kind of feels like a gel, not sticky, beautiful. You can use this on the face as well. And giving her brows a final brush. Okay, so this is the final look. I think this is one of my all-time favorite looks that I've done. Definitely one of my top favorite looks. Because it really reminds me of my signature look, but this time I kind of gave it a twist and did all creams. And I said that I think this was my favorite look of 2020 that I've done. I mean, I'm uploading this in 2021, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I would love to know what you hear in the comments down below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And yeah, I'll see you guys very soon. Bye.